Hey, no clue who needs to hear this, but I know somebody does because it laid on me real heavy. Uh, so, this is for someone who's thinking about pursuing something, doing something new, taking a leap of faith, investing in something, reaching out to someone, something along those lines, right? We're beginning something. But I'm talking to someone who gets a little freaked out in the beginning stage where we're in the imagination a little bit more than we are in reality. And I'm here to tell you, Spirit wants you to just do whatever it is you're thinking about doing. Now, if this is going to harm you or others, that's not what I'm saying. Sorry, because I just thought like instantly, like old TikTok videos where they're like, that thing you're thinking about, you need to do it. And then there'll be like a Stitch video where it's like, not judo. Okay, remember sometimes these channel messages for other people. And it's just like, whether it's talking about like suicide or like tweaking out on someone, crashing out, like this, and third. Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like an actual investment. And I feel like I'm reading on someone who really struggles with the hesitancy before the leap of faith. Oh, this is so interesting. This is so personal. I'm literally seeing, when I used to go to this camp, Widgewagon, like off Percy Priest in Nashville, there was this thing, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a big ass balloon in the water, and there's someone that sits on the end, and then there's someone that jumps off a tower to like land on it for the other person to like fly up and fall into it. I forget what it's called. I could never do this because I had fear of height. And I remember I would just stare down and I'd be like, I'm supposed to jump and land on that and like not die? What do you mean I'm supposed to just jump? They're like, just jump. And I honestly never did jump. I think I did like once. And even after that, I couldn't do it again. Because I jumped from the small one and then they were like, well, go to the top one. I'll look down like, you want me to just go? You want me to just jump? And I watched everybody else do it and I still couldn't. So it's kind of giving that energy where there's like an overwhelm when you look at it. And Spirit's just wanting you to say, hey, like, you're never going to be ready enough. There's never going to be amount of overthinking and over preparation that's going to prepare you for what this journey actually entails, especially if like this is something you've never really done before and you're trying to prepare for all these potential steps. You could be like confusing. Just saw 222. What those steps would even be. Like things that you're thinking you may need to do, when in reality, when you do it, you may not have ever even needed to do it. It was just something that you thought maybe it would work because you weren't fully aware of what this hobby, this leap of faith, whatever this is, actually requires of you further down the journey. And so it seems like there's a lot of fear. And I was initially getting this because I was kind of talking to myself because I'm getting back to my readings after taking a little bit of a break because energetically I was really struggling to keep groundedness, which is when I'm never going to do your personal reading because I would not have the clear channel I would need to do my intense readings rather than just like this and things along those lines. And when I got back on, there were a lot of readings and I love that, but it also kind of scares me. It overwhelms me. I can feel very like obligated, and very like a need to be much more responsible, and it can stress me out and it makes me almost like not really want to read. And then it's like, girl, every time you get into this and then you just start reading, you're fine. You get into a flow and you knock 3 to 4 personal reads out per day. Hello, like it's not that deep, but your brain can make it that deep. So you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be fully prepared. That's why you have to learn to do it despite that. And it's 10:01 and then I saw 4:34. Nope, I saw 3:43. Maybe 4:34 is also relevant. I like to mix things up, my bad. But yeah, it's like no matter what, like you just gotta get started because the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll get done. The sooner you address it, the less you'll be sitting in this fearful state before you even begin, and the more you'll get to enjoy the curiosity of the experience that you're stepping towards. So it's like, you're never gonna be fully prepared. There's never going to be some kind of like, I'm ready. You're just going to be either tired of sitting here and listening to your excuses, or one day you're just going to be not so stressed out enough to be fully prepared to just take the leap. And Spirit is just trying to encourage you to take that leap, to trust in yourself that you can handle things. And even if you don't handle them, you can make a mistake, learn, get back up and get right back on that saddle and do what you got to do. It's not always... Don't always let your anxiety and other things blow things up because it's not as big as you or as your brain really makes it. It's actually as big as you make it. So remember where your magic is, remember your power, and go, maybe I am a little fearful, maybe I am a little scared, but do you know what I'm more excited of? To see what's on the other side. Where I end up once I do this, where I end up after I invest in myself, or reach out to someone, or engage in a new hobby and activity. Like, be more excited for the future than fearful of failure. Let the first one surpass the latter so that you can actually get out in this world and enjoy what it is you have to create, and let others enjoy who you are and what you have to offer, because that's the whole point. The spirit wants you to get out there. They're like, you need to find your people, you got to find your place, you got to put yourself out there, you got to be seen, and you got to be seen even if you're not fully prepared. People are not going to judge you, and if they do, don't take it personal. That's the same person who will also put that same shame on themselves, just like you. So when you're unlearning that and you're starting to have fun with just going with the flow and figuring out where life wants to take you, don't let people drag you back to that. Don't let them throw you back into old patterns, old fearful ways of thinking. Remember that confidence is built. So start building it today. But yeah, that's all I have. I do actually need to start getting onto my readings, so y'all have a great day.